taking me home, Jake?
Anytime.
Is Jake, right?
Yeah. Just wait right here. What's your code?
It's 5284. Thanks, I got it from here.
Let me help you. I got you.
I got it.
I got you.
Step 1. Tell right away. Don't wait a day. A week's too long. You can't wait until the pain is gone. That could take a month, a year, or even 30. It doesn't matter if it makes you feel dirty or if thinking about it makes you cry. If you don't report it on the day, they'll think it's a lie fabricated for your personal gain. And when they call you names to defend the offender, when your story becomes a meme and you are rendered voiceless, remember you're here because of your choices. Step 2. Hold off on the shower after you've been deflowered. Go to the hospital to find some aid with his DNA still between your legs. Let the doctors swab it for their kit as they lecture you on why you deserved it. Listen to warnings of dark nights and strange men. Don't tell them you knew the man, just nod and pretend. Thank the staff when you say goodbye and pray your proof doesn't get lost in the archives as one of the thousands, untouched and untested, stuck in a cobwebbed corner where only the spiders have read it. Step 3. Don't tell them what you wore. Don't tell them you drank and danced, or else you're just a whore who deserved every blurry moment in his bed. A whore who lies because you just regret the consent he stole on a night you could barely recall. A night where the only thing keeping you up was a wall and his steadying hand should you fall. Leave out how you trusted him with his kind eyes and sheepskin. Don't tell your friends they know him too. They'll tell themselves all you're trying to do is ruin his reputation. They won't believe your declaration because we live in a nation where a rapist must remain faceless. For if he's recognized, he goes from a depraved creature of the night to just another stand-up guy. And if no one can see him doing such a thing, it must mean you're lying. Step 4. Don't forget the details. Remember every bit. Where you were, how it happened, and why you didn't deserve it. Leave nothing out. Tell the judge and jury exactly how he defiled your purity. Take your time. Don't be curt. Describe the place, his face, and all the ways it hurt. Watch his growing anger. Listen to him spewing threats, but keep your peace because you're willing to bet you're finally free, at least from him. And then watch his wolfish grin and your hopes fly out the door as the verdict calls for nothing more than his apology. Hear him take your freedom again with the words, "I'm sorry." Choke back the tears as you watch him leave. When you see his family, try not to scream as they run up into his arms, glaring at you for causing him harm. Stare bravely back at the stony face that had hurt you in that dark place. Step 5. Smile. Smile at the judge when he says you're dismissed, and while you contemplate just ending it, smile on your way out to the car and at the people who murmur about you from afar. Smile when others ask if you're okay and act as though you can survive another day. Don't stop smiling till you're finally alone and come face to face with what you call home. In my home, the brave and the free are the assaulters, their victims lost in a sea of mockery and threats and hate and people who say we earned each rape. They say they'd have died before they let someone inside. They say they'd have fought them off, and those who had lost, or those who could not, have simply asked for their lot. We didn't ask for this. We did not.